All right, YouTube, it's me, Russ, and if you're like me, gig worker, Lyft and Uber driver for the last 5 years has been my main source of income, and you've been on the Washington State unemployment website, odds are, like myself, you've a bit frustrated, maybe said a swear word or two. Yeah, me too, I feel you. We're gonna get started. The first thing you need to do is create an account. The website's getting better, things are moving along, and I wanted to do a video because the only thing I could find is Miss Levine from the unemployment commissioner. I didn't understand a damn thing she said in this video, so hopefully this helps. A friend forwarded me a text kind of a thing, and he, another driver, sent me this information. I'm passing it along here on YouTube, and hopefully it helps calm some of your anxiety financially, because it is coming around. There is money out there. $600 a week is pretty good, you know, at this time. So some of you like me may have already filed for unemployment on the Washington State unemployment site, and you're also unshaven and in your pajamas. And if you haven't done any of this yet, you're gonna go to, there'll be a link in the description, you're gonna go here to the Employment Security Department website, and you're going to start an account. And as you sign in, errors may happen, but it's always gonna bring you back in here. So you're gonna sign up for SAW, S-A-W, which I know reminds me of a horror movie. But this is the screen you're going to start your application process, signing up. The word unprecedented comes up a lot, but you may need to be patient, and I would try and do this at midnight or something. That's when we did it last night. I finally got through, and hopefully I did everything right because I was tired. But it's going to get bogged down. It's been better today. I was able to get on it this afternoon and finish some things up. But yeah, the later in the evening or early in the morning, there's less demand on the system. I'm an old metal punk guy. Like, I want to break things. Like, there's something in me. Just like, this type of tax information, filling out forms is not my wheelhouse. And it's just like, I'm just here and I'm filling out this thing and I don't control it. Getting mad isn't gonna help. So I'm learning, all right? I know it's frustrating, just breathe. You'll be all right. If I can do it, I'm an emotional guy. Frustrating, yes. But if I can do it, you can do it too. All right, so hang in there and just jump through the hoops, the little digital hoops. Start the process of signing up for unemployment insurance. What's frustrating is it's not set up for self-employed people. And some of you may have noticed that. I think I got through part of it and I didn't finish it because it, you know, well, you don't qualify if you haven't done like 680 hours of regular job time, which I haven't done any of that in like 25 years. So I've been a gig worker since my son was born in 1995. I don't qualify, right? Like a big exclamation point, don't qualify. Why should I waste my time and finish filling this out? Continue to fill it out, all right? The objective of you filing for unemployment as a gig worker or self-employed person is to get denied. And I know that sounds weird. You want to get denied, all right? Because then you can move on to the next screen. And if you've already done this, let's say you've already gone on there and you got denied already, you're already ahead of where I was. So go ahead, get on there, fill out all of the, I mean, what's frustrating is a lot of this doesn't make sense. Just some of the questions they ask. Your job title, I'm a driver. And then there's all these things that don't relate to what we do at all. You know, I mean, just the way it's worded. I think this thing was developed somewhere in the late 90s. You know, JavaScript. It's government bureaucracy at its best. But they've been working on it. I want to, you know, I don't want to be all negative about that, because these people are working hard, and my hat's off to you guys down there at unemployment. We're flattening the curve as far as the virus, but boom, unemployment hit, and everybody flooded this website. So I get it, all right? And there's been developments, and I was even able to get on it today, and it didn't crash on me. So thank you for that, IT people at unemployment. In the UI, you're going to come to this part which asks for your employer, and I know that seems stupid and confusing. The design is part of the frustration. Employer, how do you answer that one, Russ, right? First, you're gonna put Uber or Lyft or whoever. My wife works for Avon, right? Whatever gig work it is, you're going to add them as if they were an employer. I know that doesn't make sense. A lot of this isn't gonna make sense. Just fill out the boxes. So you can get to, you finish the UI, which is the unemployment insurance thing that you're not going to qualify for. And it seems to me that last time when my wife went through it, they've taken out this kind of denial language. So I didn't see any like, you're denied over here, now fill out this. It doesn't really tell you to fill out that, but you need to fill out that. Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Act, and this is a federal act. This is federal money. The states just have to orchestrate it, all right? And that's what we're all living through, because that's the part that us gig workers need, because we don't have if you don't have the 680 some odd hours, you gotta fill out the PUA part, all right? And that's next. So show you what this looks like. My UI claim, that's unemployment insurance, which I haven't been paying into for a large portion of my adult life. So that's where that box goes, and I'm trying to hide privacy, right? And this is manage my active PUA claim, and that's what you want. That's where the sweet spot is for us gig workers, all right? PUA, and you fill out another one, and it's almost identical. Painfully identical to the unemployment thing that you just filled out. So it's redundancy. You're going to fill out all that information again. It's going to ask you really goofy questions, but you're just do it as honestly and as best as you can. And remember all the dates. This is important. The dates you stopped driving. If you're still driving, if you're a gig worker who's still out there driving, it may be a little difficult for you. My wife is an Avon representative, and her income has been cut in half or less, and so there's this weird gray area between what's, you know, still working and not working. For me, I'm not driving for Lyft at all anymore. I was renting a car. That's a whole nother video, all right? But car has been brought back to Lyft's possession, and I am totally done with rideshare, at least for now. It's better, I'll be honest, it's better for you just not drive anymore and get the $600 a week the way that it's set up. It's gonna be harder with the paperwork, and I don't know if they got all those bugs worked out, and hopefully they will soon, but you know, you're a lot safer staying home and not driving for Uber and Lyft, who have diminished our wages every freaking year since I've been doing this for 5 years. I don't feel sorry for them. Thank you, Uber and Lyft, for what you do, but it was way more profitable in 2015 when I started than 2019, closing out my last tax year. You know, basic American capitalism. The more people you can get to do a job, the less and less you need to pay them to get them to do said job. So that's where we're at. It looks like the future. So me personally, I'm out, and I'm just not risking it. Not gonna do it anymore. That's just me. Again, another video on that in the future. The next step after you fill out all of that, and you make sure you have the dates right, and when you stopped, you're gonna go online and get your 1099 information from Lyft or Uber or both. I gave them both my 1099 MISC and my 1099K. And they're gonna ask you like 5 months of how much you made in that time period. And you can either you can go through your, rides and calculate it all up with a calculator, or just figure out whatever you made in a year and kind of guess what you did during those months. And that's kind of what I did. I didn't just, get out my number 2 pencil and calculate it out to the cent. Some of you may do that, and you're those kind of people. That's great for you, but I don't think you have to. Because right at the top, it's going to say how much you grossed for the year, and then you got to kind of figure out your net earnings and whittle that down to a number and put it in those 4 or 5 boxes for each month. Then you include your tax information, your 1099, then go through the process and submit your application for PUA, all right? Once that's complete and submitted, the next step in this process alerts, okay? Now, you're gonna have to go through, just like you were on unemployment, and weekly answer all the questions. And depending how long you've been waiting for this website to be up and running, you have to kind of go back in time. Like I started filling out for, I think it was like March 27th and forward. Each week past the day you stopped working, that's how you're gonna do it. So when it asks those questions, keep in mind it's for that particular week at hand, from Monday to Sunday or whatever. So go through that each week. It's gonna ask you a question on job search, and it'll say, did you go out and apply for at least 3 jobs this week? And you don't have to say yes, all right? It's not gonna penalize you if you say no, because no one can really job hunt right now, because we're not supposed to go outside, right? And no one's hiring anyway. Like, very few people are hiring, all right? If you wanna risk working in a grocery store or, being a Lyft driver, is almost anyway. You could just put no. I did not do 3 applications this week and go to the next process. You won't get penalized for that. I did it. It works out. So finish that part and you're done with the alerts, all right? And that's all there is to it. And you should receive indication. Like if you get stuck on something, it won't let you move forward until you clean it up, usually. There's very little you can screw up on this. That's why everything's so antiquated and a little frustrating, just to move you through the process. All right, that money was earmarked for you. It's a lot easier if you're an Uber and Lyft driver. Some of you other gig workers, you may have other hoops to jump through, and I think they're still working out the bugs on that. But for those of you who have stopped working and just like, I'm done, there's no more income coming in, it's gonna be a little easier than if you're still reporting earnings while you're filing for unemployment. From what I understand, there's stipulations in there for, like my wife, who's lost half of her income or more, but those bugs haven't been worked out yet as far as I can see. So hopefully somebody will make a video. Maybe I will later as we figure this out. But in this stage right now, as this is being recorded, for gig workers like Uber and Lyft drivers, it's pretty self-explanatory as long as you follow these steps. And again, in the link in the description, I'll have that for you. Thanks for watching, and if this video helped you more than calling, getting on the phone and trying to get through to, I've never been able to do that. I've called numerous times. Sorry, line's all full up today. If this video helped you more than that, if I'm helping you get out of the red and back in black, so to speak, give me a thumbs up, please, and a subscribe. It's the one way you could thank me. I appreciate that if this is helpful at all. Later, and thanks for watching, and good luck out there, man. Seriously, I hope and pray you and your family can get through this thing, and we're all in this together, and this too shall pass, and all that stuff. But I'm thinking about you, and yeah.